It's Georgios with Layer. One of the typical questions that I get is what is the difference between the single element document view and the summary report? Both of them are actually accessible under select view and then create a new view. And when I select my document view, I can scroll further down. And actually this thumbnail represents my selection. So single element essentially creates a page for each of my elements, and a summary will create one page that summarizes all of my items, all of my elements. So let's take a look at them briefly. So this is my single element report, and essentially I can see that I have one page per each of my elements, in this case my punch list issues. And the way this works is essentially I have all of my fields available to drag and drop on the canvas. And if I make a change and I publish this change, then as I'm flipping through my pages, I can see that this change is now available for this specific item. And the filtering here works essentially where I can filter my items based on their status. And for example, I can say, show me only the ones that are draft. And I can now have a subset of my issues. The summary report works somewhat differently. So instead of having fields to drop in, I have my summary table, and my fields now become columns. So for the columns, I can, instead of dragging and dropping fields, I can add them as columns on my table. And then the way I can actually access their settings is by clicking on each of these selections here, and then below them are the settings for each of these fields, right? If I want to change how things look like, then I can just start messing around with those settings here. And the filtering here works a little bit differently. So essentially I can click on my table, the table that I'm working on, a specific table, and I can add any filter. So for example, I can say, show me only the status is open, for example, right? So I just have one issue that is open. And instead of having fields available for me, I just have my summary table, and again, the fields become columns. And the cool thing about the summary document view is that I can actually create subsets, so multiple summary tables with different filters applied to them.